Living like a race. Living like a race. Yeah. Ay, living like a race. Living like a race. Ain't no sign of stopping, I'm on pace. I can see them plotting, it ain't safe. She know that I got it on the way. Told her get up on my face. I need diamonds on my face. Only came for the baddies and the drinks. Getting bands, give a fuck about what you think. Watch what happens when I give a little wink. Clean money, got her hands up on the sinks. Does she know? We been living fast, on me we ain't going slow. Foot up on the gas when I'm whipping through the coast. We don't go to class, but you know we on the road. Yeah, you know we on the road. But that might be the Molly in a cup. She just put the taste up to my tongue. Now she probably thinking I'm the one. Told her pour another drink and I sip it till it's done. Living like a race. Ain't no sign of stopping, I'm on pace. I can see them plotting, it ain't safe. She know that I got it on the way. Told her get up on my face. I need diamonds on my face. Only came for the baddies and
Get them one-on-one guesses in. It could happen. We got one last break.
When I give a little wink. Clean money, got her hands up on the sink. And I'm on one. If I'm sipping on it, it's a strong one. She just seen the check and it's a long one. If I take her home, then it's a home run. Hit it like a home run. She a bad thing. We might get it popping in the backseat. Out in Hollywood.
All right, y'all ready? Let's do it. Let's rip the Zenith, all the Zenith first. I'll tell you what, we've had good luck with it so far. Justin Jefferson auto out of it. James Dalvin Cook auto out of it. Some nice numbered patches, some regular patches. I think. Ooh, sorry, I'm gonna hit my mic there. I think it's a beautiful addition to a break like this. But let's see. A lot of people were ripping it at the card show. I saw guys with blasters there. See if we can get any luck with it. If you were in the last break, you heard us talk about the card show a little bit. It was a good time. It was. I enjoyed it a lot. I wish I could have got to look around a little bit more. Jordan Davis. Is that Hollywood? There's Lamar Jackson, red zone. And class president Matt Stafford on the Lions. Interesting. In 2022 product? That's intriguing, to say the least. I didn't notice that before. Mike Williams, Wan'Dale Robinson. And Tyreek Hill, red zone. Had a guy hunting on every table for Tyreek Hill cards. He was a Tyreek Hill collector. I did not have any. Velus Jones. Inside the numbers, Tom Brady. Again, loving to feel these. Von Miller. And the Z team, Deebo Samuel. Now, these are the same stock. These are blaster exclusives. The base cards are a thinner stock in the blasters, but these are the same as the hobbies. And with only a few cards in the hobbies, when you can get a blaster and get 2 cards that you would typically get out of the hobby, it's pretty impressive. Waddle, Aaron Rodgers, Isaiah Spiller. There's a Calvin Austin red zone, and he's back. The Jets love us here. Sauce Gardner going out to the New Jersey Jets. Bob Riley. So we are approaching the draft very rapidly. Caleb Williams really stepping up at the combine. It's going to be interesting to see how the draft plays out as the Bears have the number 1 pick, but probably not going after the quarterback. Obviously, we didn't talk about this last week. We were talking about the card show and stuff, but man, how about Derek Carr going to the Saints? $150 million over 4 years with at least $100 million guaranteed. $50 million of that probably coming in incentives and whatnot. But either way, $25 million a year for Derek Carr at this point in his career with bonus incentives up to, essentially up to what? 35 over like $37 million a year potentially. I know, Chris. I know they won't, but it's That's what's going to make it interesting. Who's going to get that pick? What are they going to give up? It'll be interesting. It'll be a fun draft this year. I agree. I think that was a good move for Derek Carr. I think it needed to be done. I think it could be a Ryan Tannehill situation. I know I refer to that a lot, but again, Tannehill still didn't have a massively great career when he moved, but he was on a good team that complemented his abilities. Oh man, these cards are selling well, and it's a Patrick Mahomes. There's a Sam Howell who's got the Chiefs, Kansas City, Trevor Hale. That's a nice card. These inserts are great, and they seem to be doing really, really well. But like the bigger thing, Geno Smith. He did become a playoff QB when he got moved, but he had Derrick Henry, who they were shopping him around at the combine apparently, and then another big thing. There's a cool Nick Chubb. Geno Smith, $52 million next year. Again, it's kind of like it's deceiving, because if they have the cap space for it and they can do it and lock him down, they could still draft a first rounder, and then it really alleviates the back end of his contract, right? And I don't think it's kind of like the Von Miller situation. Like everyone's like, do you play Von Miller? What? I'm like, now wait, it's front heavy. So if we don't keep him, a lot of that money's not guaranteed on the back. Like it doesn't take a cap hit later. So I think if they have the room for it, it's smart. I don't know how it all works. Those guys are brilliant. Those GMs that work that. Zamir White for the Raiders. Zach McCarthy. Yeah, we'll see. I also think that, I don't know. It's hard to say. Kenneth Walker, Z-Team Aaron Rodgers. Listen, I think sometimes hey, there we go. Out of 50, short print purple, Breece Hall, again, going back to the Jets. Jets love it here at Blaze. They're like the Marlins of baseball. Yeah, and their offensive line was, I don't know how the offensive line for the Saints is, but their offensive line in Las Vegas is pretty bad, is my understanding. I think Alvin Kamara, if playing and not arrested or suspended, which I think he's going to be, especially with like the tape that came out, the footage, the audio footage, of pretty much being like, I busted his jaw. Like he had openly admitted to it. Is the Saints D better? I don't know. Is it? They have some good guys on there. But yeah, I don't know if it's an upgrade or if it's more of a change of scenery that's good for him. A new coach, a new team, a new environment. I think, Gary Vee talked about this at the National one year. He says, so often we just look at the surface, right? Like in this case, who was his receivers, who was his running back. But I think too often we take out the mental and emotional factors that play into quality play, right? If you're not happy, you're mentally not there, you're not in a good vibe. Like, remember how the Raiders were like, they were miserable? Remember the reports coming out of the Raiders locker room? The guys were miserable. They didn't want to go out and play anymore. That's right. Zach, how was your show, man? You didn't answer me. I wanted to check it out. But I think there's a lot more that goes into the mental situations than people want to give credit for. That's true. They don't have to play Kansas City twice. Dude, nice Z-Team. 2 nice Patrick Mahomes cards. There you go, Trevor. But again, I just think it's interesting. It's an interesting move. He was a free agent, so the Saints didn't have to give up anything. I don't think the contract is outlandish. I think they paid him a reasonable amount. It doesn't bankrupt them for the future. And I read the report today that part of their plan was they are going to continue to shoot for a high quarterback pick. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. James Cook, red zone, go dirt, Murray. There's an Olave, and there's a Malik Willis for the Titans going out too. Seth Anderson. Nice, Zach. Well, let me know. Share the info with me then. Jeffrey Simmons, Joe Mixon, Karlaftis, and there's a Chris Olave. Rookie Revolution. Jalen Waddle, Aaron Donald, Brian Robinson, and it's going to be another patch, Trey McBride we're going to hopefully get an auto in this next one. We were on a roll with autos. I think 2 out of 4 blasters we had already had autos. Yeah, the Geno Smith surprises me when you look at that first year, but I think that was better than spreading it out and being kind of tied into those numbers. I don't think they're going to find a solution for next year for him. Like aside from it, even if they draft somebody, is someone going to come in and be ready to go right away? We put too much on these rookies, so I think it was smart to lock him down for a year. It sounds like they can get out a lot of the money after that. I don't understand the full contract, but I don't hate it as much as people. That's why, Scotty, I ask you, how do you feel? I don't hate that decision. I don't think they needed to pay him that much. I just don't think anybody else is gonna. I mean, I just don't see it an avenue where he had many options, right? Where was it? Who was gonna pay him that kind of money? That what? When you say that, Scott, what do you mean when you say you wasted $30 million? Yeah, and it sounds like he exactly. It sounds like he wanted to stay there. Dang it, we got another patch, so we're due for an auto now. Kenneth Walker, Calvin Austin. There's a Z Team Jonathan Taylor. These cards are for this year. For the next year, yes. Tyler Batty, and there's a James Cook out of 25. That's a 4th down. You can't call injuries. Come on. Oh, okay. So you think they wasted $35 million. I get it. Velas Jones Jr. rookie wave for the Bears. There you go, Chris. That's a nice PC card. David Bell. And there's a Malik Willis Revolution. Another nice one for the Titans. Yeah, Zach, I saw he wrote something. I didn't get to it yet. We've been getting the kids to bed and then went right in the break, so I haven't responded to a couple. I got to get back to a couple guys tonight. Man, itchy nose. Jalen Tolbert for the Dallas Cowboys. So we had 4 patches. What I do like about the blasters is it does guarantee at least a patch or a mem, or a patch or an auto, where a lot of blasters lately haven't done that. Yeah, Scott, I don't disagree with that. But they must feel strongly about him. I mean, he didn't have a great receiving core last year. He had DK, but like outside of that, it was, he was like a number 1. He had a good number 1. And then they had a pretty solid defense, and they had Kenneth Walker, but then he wasn't even healthy like the whole time. When Kenneth Walker was playing, he was a lot better. So if Kenneth Walker can stay healthy, they bring in like maybe another receiver. They paid him for last season. I'm not saying bad receivers, but nothing like. That's like when people are like, "Oh, the Bills have good receivers," and now I'm like, "Who? Diggs, Gabe Davis, dude, that guy sucks." Like he had a good appearance in the playoffs, but like last year wasn't the first time he dropped balls. He didn't not this past season, but the one before when he had that 4 touchdown playoff game where everyone was like, Gabe Davis is the man. I'm like, he didn't play the first 6 games for a reason. Like, he played very minimal. So, like, I just don't think the Bills have a great receiving core. I'm not saying not good. I'm saying he doesn't have, like, it's not like the Bengals who have Higgins, Chase, and, they have, like, Higgins is a number 1 on a lot of teams. Lockett's not a number 1 on another team. That's my point. They don't have, it's not like they have a guy a number 2 that could be a number 1 on a team. I didn't mean it that way. I don't mean not good. I just mean like, they don't have 2 number 1 receivers where some teams do. They really do. I believe that. I mean, Lockett's age, when was Lockett a rookie? I guess was Lockett 16? I don't think he's a number 1. I'm giving Geno some credit. Like he could have had more to work with. I'm not a big Lockett fan either. I've never have been. My brother is, but is it 15? I've always kind of blanked on Lockett a little bit. I just don't. I'm not a huge fan. I mean, had a great season. I'm just not a personal fan of Lockett. Never have been. I've bet fantasy bets against him because I know other guys are. Brandon Cooks. Flamethrowers, Josh Allen, Kamara, Go Dirt, but they could do more to help him out. So, Scotty, my question is, what do the Seahawks do with their number one picks now? Drake London out of 125, Treylon Burks, rookie rising. Here we go. First hit coming up. It's going to be 1 out of 50. Two color, barely. A little bit of yellow down there. A little mustard on the bottom there. Marquez Valdez Scantling, a little MVS action. Trevor on fire today, man. You got two nice Mahomes in those blasters. And now you have a veteran auto, Marquez Valdez Scantling. Oops. Sorry, guys. Dirty camera there. I mean, I'm trying to think of other teams where you're like, all right, there you got a number one and you have a 1A and a 1B. And it's not the Chiefs and it's not the Bills. Look at that. Although, if you consider Kelsey a receiver, then maybe. It is, Zach. I'm struggling, man. It's all that lack of sleep, dude. He did. We were talking about that earlier, Zach. Richardson, like he moved up the draft boards, didn't he? And there is a Dawson Knox out of 250. Hot Route CeeDee Lamb. Kenneth Walker and Sky Moore out of 199. Miami is another one. There you go. Hill and Waddle, 1A, 1B. There's another. That's a perfect example. Chase Higgins, Hill, Waddle. I mean, there's not a lot of teams out there that have that, but man, that's why I feel like those teams underperform with that kind of talent. Out of 175, I mean, the Bengals went to the AFC Championship, so they didn't underperform. Mark Andrews out of 175, and there he is, Jamar Chase. And I mean, with Miami, Tua was injured a lot. They were doing really well with Tua. When he got injured, when he was concussed and out for weeks, that's when they kind of fell apart. So they didn't really underperform either outside of injuries. And lost to KC. Oh, I honestly think Waddle's better than Hill. I mean, Hill has the speed, but Waddle's a better receiver than him. Would you agree or disagree with that? Hill's smoky, but I don't know if he's necessarily like the route runner, Waddle is. Or maybe not even route runner, just the overall, the body, the presence, the physicality. So who do you guys go for, Scotty? Now that you locked your quarterback down, you going to get him a wide receiver? You have your running back. Kenneth Walker is that man. All right, we'll save that there. Tom Brady silver. There's a Bo Melton. And how about this? Hutchinson out of 125. Contours purple. Looks really good. Flamethrowers Hurts. Garrett Wilson rookie. And how about this? Eazy-E out of 250 rookie. Matt Corral contours there. That's the first I've seen of him. He's a sharp-looking dude. Kyle Pitts out of 199. Waddle, Hill, A.J. Brown, and Devonta Smith. I could see, well, A.J. Brown's better than Waddle, but Hill's better than Smith. So, yeah, it's probably a good comparison. And look, I mean, those were all guys that were either they were all playoff teams. All of those were playoff teams. And Trayvon Walker out of 99 with the swatch. I left one pack back there to open. What the heck? I like that comparison though, Scott. Tyler Algier color burst for the Falcons. And here we go. Here it is. It is going to be for the Seahawks. Scotty getting it out of 149. Kenneth Walker the third. There you go, Scotty. The banger was in this one. We have a last pack to open yet. A little football action there for you, Scotty. Maybe they know they hit on their running back, so they could afford to spend a little bit more on Geno. I always wonder, you know, what, like, just would love to hear that meeting, like, that negotiation. This is why we're going to pay him this much money. I still think Jags are going to be the team that just blows it up next year, like tears it up and just surprises. I don't even know if they'll surprise everyone. I think a lot of people have them high next year. But I just think they're going to come out very strong. If they stay healthy, that's a scary team. Booma Jawea. All right, Brandon Cooks. Sorry, I left this last pack here. Hey, Cooks to 75. Cooks to 75. All right, before I open this last box, let me clear these nostrils for you so you're not listening to me sniffle. All right, last box, my favorite. Somebody came to the stand at the show and said, if you were going to open one product on this table, what would it be? And I said, well, I'm a football guy, so I'm going to open football. And they're like, even though there's other baseball boxes on here, it's like, yeah, because if I only get to open one, I want to open football. And ultimately, I was like, man, I was between, I didn't have a ton of stuff with me, but it was between Phoenix, Rookies and Stars, and Illusions. And I said, I think it's got to be Rookies and Stars. I picked it over Phoenix. He goes, okay, give me the box. He bought it and opened it right there. I was like, now hold on. I'm not endorsing it for you. So it was cool, though. He enjoyed it. Brian Cook, I was endorsing it, but I didn't know he was actually going to buy it. Nick Bonito. Nito. Yeah, I'm Nito out of 49. And a Stephon Diggs out of 99. The K9 was numbered to 149. 108 out of 149. Nice Crusade Diggs. And Nito for the Denver Broncos. What'd you guys like more this year so far? Phoenix or Rookies and Stars? And there's a Joe Namath Airborne. Desmond Ridder, Dalvin Cook, Drake London and Stingley, Thielen, Prescott, Deontay Johnson, and a Brady out of 175 going to the Bucks, James Eisman. And cross-training. I think well, he asked me why, and I said, I feel like I get a lot more lower print cards in Rookies and Stars. And, like, this is kind of my example. There's Brady out of 175. We got the Diggs to 99. But there's a lot of numbered stuff. In Phoenix, it's just a little bit higher numbered, I feel like. But everyone likes Phoenix more. It's crazy. Rookies and Stars is selling higher than Phoenix right now. That's nuts. I don't think I've seen it that way ever before. Is this going to be numbered? It sure is. At a 149, Dak Prescott. Desmond Ridder. Yeah, but they don't have this stuff in the retail. And not very often. I mean, I've bought some Rookies and Stars retail. Rarely do I find like this stuff, this numbered stuff in it. Do you? I haven't had good success with it. That's why I don't buy Rookies and Stars retail. Now, they do have the H2 or the longevity. That does, but that's kind of pricey too. Rookies and Stars, John Elway, Airborne out of 80. 38 out of 80 on that one. And a Najee out of 35. That's what I mean. Two numbered in a pack, 80 and 35. But Scott, I would ask you this, and this is the did they sell longevity this year? I didn't see them anywhere. So Scott, I was having this conversation because I'm with you. I don't like when they do retail. It ruins the price of retail or the base rookies like Prism does it too. You know, Prism, Optic, all that. Especially lately the way they overproduce it. But I think of something like Origins. What does like a base rookie Origins go for? Because they don't have retail. They have T-Mall, but that's different. But they don't have. So Origins doesn't have retail. They have the T-Mall, which is still expensive, and it's only like blaster retail. It's like $100 a blaster, and they're different. They're different stock too. Tyron Davis Price and Danny Gray at a 149. I know, Scott. I agree. So and that's my thing is like I haven't seen a set where the rookie cards go for a lot. Here's one. Scott, what does a Spectra base unnumbered rookie card out of Spectra go for like, say, you know, Kenneth Walker? And that's a very expensive box, but I'm curious what the price difference is. I have to look that up. And Crusade, John Elway. Ooh, that's a thick one. Ah, there we go. Allen out of 10. Gold. Thrillers, 3 out of 10. Boom, baby. Freshness getting it. Clearly not, Scott. They didn't. 3 out of 10. Josh Allen. Yeah, the golds are a little tougher. The golds are a little tougher to get. But we'll see. We'll see what Dougie wants. But here we go. Big one up. Christian Watson. He's got to pay for his break somehow, right? There it is. Desmond Ridder. 10 out of 99 for the Falcons. Trey Forsman. I'd probably just, I don't know if I might just buy a base for that. 10 out of 99. There you go, Trey. So, Scott, when you think about the price of Spectra, like, to me, it's just, I would think it'd have to be more. Oh, we have another autograph coming. Thriller Dalvin. Oh, this is out of 125 standing. Oh, rookies and stars. TJ Watt. Dalvin Cook Thrillers. And Amon-Ra out of 99 for the Lions. Larry. Yeah, but all of those have tons of retail. That's what's crazy. So does retail not really affect it? Do you know what I mean? That's what I don't get, Scott. I missed another numbered one. Who was it? Dalvin Cook, Christian Watson. Let me double check. I have them all here. I don't see another one, but let me know. Spectre was actually like $300 a box cheaper this year than it was last year. That's what's crazy. I heard that a lot from people. I'm like, yeah, but it's significantly cheaper. I think I looked. It was $350 a box cheaper, like market. So like blowouts price, stuff like that. Some good ink tonight. All right, let's recap. We'll give away two $5. Oh, you mean in like breaks? Oh, okay. Yeah. What picks did the Seahawks have this year, Scott? Where are they drafted? That makes sense, Scott. Might be better off like just buying your base rookies and stuff. Dalvin Cook thrillers, Christian Watson rookie at a 125 watt. Josh Allen gold out of 10. Amen, Scott. It's crazy the money some of these guys throw around at the card shows. It's nuts. Out of 175, Devin Lloyd. Oh, so they're going to be expensive again this year. Out of 35, Najee. Airborne out of 149, Dak. John Elway out of 80. Brady out of 175 and out of 49, Nick Bonito. Nito. Appreciate you guys hanging out tonight. I needed this. I missed you guys. It felt like forever. It's been 4 days. Out of 99, Stephon Diggs. Oops. Sorry, I accidentally clicked out of YouTube. I can't see chat. Brandon Cooks out of 75. Cooks to 75. A nice purple Hutchinson to go along with your auto there, Larry, out of 125. I figured you could use a break for me after Thursday night. I was a little heavy-handed on Thursday. Out of 250, Eazy-E and a Contours Matt Corral. The box hit Tyler Algier with the color burst. Dawson Knox out of 250. Sky Moore out of 199. And the Andrews Lava out of 175. Brandon Cooks to 150. Drake London out of 125. Velus Jones rookie wave. Malik Willis Revolution. Dalvin Cook out of 25. Chris Olave with the Revolution. Malik Willis rookie wave. Breece Hall 42 out of 50. And a pair of Mahomes here. A Z team and a Pacific throwback. Very cool. Well, I asked you a couple times, Scotty, what do you think they do with the 5th pick this year? Do you think they maybe trade it out, or are they going to go quarterback? Out of 249, team duels for the Niners going out to Long Joshua. And then Garrett Wilson out of 249 going out to the Jets. And Trevon Walker for the Jacksonville Jaguars, Brandon Rothdeaner. I'm very aware, Scott. I wish that they did. We haven't had a tight end. The last big name tight end we had was it Charles Clay? Was that his name? From the Dolphins? We overpaid that dude so bad. We have Gronk's from Buffalo. That's the thing that pisses me off. We should have had him. Yeah, I'm hoping that we go for a receiver, but it sounds like we're gonna hope Brian Robinson falls to us. Trey McBride for the Cardinals. Donnie Norris. He's not coming back. Zamir White for the Raiders. Zach McCarthy. He does, but he drops more balls than Davis does. I like Knox. And my dad's like, who knows if he's going to catch it. And I've heard that from a lot of people. For the Jet Stallion Sauce. And here we go for the autos. Patch autos. Marquez Valdez Scantling for the Kansas City Chiefs. Trevor Hale. There you go, Trevor. It is, man. You should. Not yet. Zach, you're on one tonight, man. Drops more balls than Jenner. That's pretty good. I expect that out of Scotty, not out of you. Scott Ripley, speaking of Scotty, with the Kenneth Walker out of 1. What did we say it was? Out of 149. Amon Ra at 99 for the Detroit Lions. Larry. Man, it's better to be a year earlier than a year late, Seth. I just don't know that his age, you get old exponentially real fast, you age. I don't know if Brady has it in him anymore, man. And if he comes back, he's going to lose. He just needs to stand his ground and stay retired. I think it's good for his future and his perception. And if he comes back, it's going to be a shit show. Not a bad break for a little, cheapy PYT. We'll try to see about getting something done tomorrow. And as the draft approaches, we'll see about doing some draft breaks. Trying to get my brother to make some more jerky so we can give it away here in the March breaks. For like a March giveaway. We'll see. Yeah, you want to know my real hope? I hope we, as long as we don't overpay, I really, really hope we get Derrick Henry. And I know a lot of teams probably want him. But I do think we could, like, tag Tremaine and maybe work out a deal on a swap. I don't know. I think it'd be awesome. I'd take Chubb, too. We need a good back. And I think that would open up even the receivers that we have. Because I think Khalil Shakir came on strong at the end of the year. I don't know if Gabe Davis will be there next year. I don't know what his contract looks like. I gotta look. Redskins and the Packers. It's going to be Dave Kramer and Mike Cornett. I just don't want that style. I want us to have a power back. Right, Zach? Chubb's not going anywhere. They're going to learn to work together. Chubb's better, and he's a couple years younger. I would say Henry's just like, big. Chubb is the best running back in the league. It's not even it's not that close. I mean, he's the most front to back talented running back in the league. He's disgusting. I do like him big, Zach. I want a big one. Busting through the line. Good old power back. Punching the hole hard. I just want one that can slam through the line. Just penetrate. Hard. Inflict pain on the defender. JT was, and he got injured, and like shit hit the fan. You know who they have us pairing up with? Leonard Fournette. They say Leonard Fournette's probably headed to Buffalo. Like, he's not old. He's 2017. He's had some injuries. He gained some weight. He's had some good years, like some good runs. But, like, come on. Can we stop with this? Stop with this, like, we're going to piece together. It's like, I don't want Leonard Fournette. He's not exciting either. Like, maybe it's the right move. I don't know. They said he can protect Allen. Commanders want Edmonds? Send over Dotson, baby. How old is Leonard Fournette? Leonard Fournette is 28 years old. He was a rookie in 17. He's going to be released. Let's see where they have him going. See, I don't want him. I don't want him. I don't. All right, Leonard Fournette landing spots. It says the Cardinals are the favorite. This has a completely different. Cardinals, they don't have the Bills. This is 6 days ago. Cardinals, Dolphins, Eagles, Rams is where they have them going. In this mock draft, they have the Bears using the number 1 pick on Will Anderson, but again, 6 days ago. And has the Raiders taken Anthony Richardson? Who do they have the Bills taking in this? Bijan Robinson. Yeah, and it doesn't sound like we're going to be re-signed. Wow, this is going to get interesting, man. It's going to be a good draft. I agree, Trevor. Burnett equals Odin. He just looks old. All right, y'all. I gotta roll. Gotta get to bed. I gotta still catch up. I'm still catching up on sleep from this weekend. So we'll be back tomorrow. Appreciate y'all hanging out. We'll do something tomorrow. I don't know what yet. My dog's down here. Like, are you going to bed soon? Yo, excited. We'll get into it a lot. But before that, we have March Madness. So we got to be doing some basketball, all right? Catch y'all tomorrow. Thanks for hanging, guys. Love y'all.